Module 5 briefly examines the hazards and correct procedures regarding safe use of handheld manual tools that are commonly used to remove stranded oil off shores. There is a big difference in using rakes, shovels, and axes at a home and garden setting than on oiled shores, crowded with other workers. Adding in slippery rocks, hoses, and equipment compounds the hazards. There are a few obvious do's, but there's much more don'ts, as listed. It is often unsafe practices and repeated non-compliance that sends a worker home. Workers often view a bucket or a bag just for oily waste, but these are actually equipment. The most common problem is overfilling them that leads to heavy lifting and associated strains and spillage of product as oil slops out of a bucket or a bag breaks, now contaminating a clean area. Though not a hazard per se, not separating different wastes and putting them into the wrong bag and temporarily storing them in the wrong location just becomes extra work. There are some types of equipment that have an inherent risk for injury because they're sharp: knives, machetes, and axes. These are used to slice, cut, and chop through oiled seaweeds and small woody debris. Log turners, sometimes referred to as PVs, move logs by torquing them to roll over so as to get at oil debris underneath, or set up an oily part of a log for being chainsaw removed. There's a skill set and awareness needed to work a PV. For example, don't move logs that are above your waist, as they can roll onto you. A common method to remove gross amounts of fluid mobile oil that is stranded deep into sediment shores, such as the pebbles, cobbles, and gravel, is to wash the oil-saturated soil with lots of water, referred to as deluge, and then chase the oily water down the shore with handheld water wands, referred to as flushing. Sometimes water pipes are stuck into the oiled sediments to lift the oil out. This is referred to as stinging. All three methods can be used in combination. Once the oily water reaches intertidal water, it is contained and removed by skimmers. As only ambient temperature seawater is used, these methods are quite gentle on a shore's ecology, but are very labor intensive. Hazards from deluging, flushing, and stinging include strains from pulling on lifting heavy hoses, slipping on them and oiled rocks, being splashed in the eyes with grit, water, and oil. Powered equipment such as chainsaws, gas pumps, bobcats, and tractors at an oil spill work site creates indirect hazards to those workers using manual tools. There can be a lot of mechanical activity around them, and one's situational awareness is low when heads down doing the task. Noise of powered equipment, shore waves, and clanging tools impedes this awareness. As such, it is important to scan and point out the dangers, work within the designated area, and be the eyes and ears for your fellow workers. Safety is everybody's responsibility. That means being alert and aware. Remember to return your equipment, including your PPE. Don't take oily stuff home and spread the contamination. This is neither safe nor healthy.